This week on Days of Our Lives, the calm before the storm finally shatters. Love, loyalty, and sanity will all be tested, and by the end, nothing in Salem will feel safe again. From a DiMera disappearance that rocks the mansion, to a mother's fury exploding in the most unexpected way, and a shocking Halloween confession that could rewrite an entire paternity story, this week is pure chaos. But beneath the explosions and heartbreak, something darker brews, a resurrection that blurs the line between life and death, science and sin. Let's break down the week of October 27th through 31, a week where every truth feels like a trap, and every secret comes with a cost. The week begins not with calm, but with chaos disguised as therapy. Brady Black leads Sarah Horton Kuriakis into a rage room, a place designed to release anger, to let people smash away their pain in controlled destruction. But there's nothing controlled about what's coming. At first, Sarah hesitates. She stares at the bat in her hands, at the fragile glass bottles lined up like targets, symbols of everything that's gone wrong. Brady tells her softly, just smash everything. Let it out. He means well, but he doesn't understand, this isn't just about stress. It's about betrayal, humiliation, and heartbreak. With one swing, the silence shatters. And then another. And another. The sound of glass breaking echoes like thunder, each strike releasing years of love turned poison. As the debris rains down, flashes of memory burst in her mind, Xander's lies, his charm, his promises. All of it, dust and noise now. Her laughter mixes with sobs, wild, broken, almost terrifying. Brady watches helplessly, realizing too late that this isn't catharsis. It's collapse. Because Sarah isn't just smashing objects, she's obliterating the image of the man she once thought she'd grow old with. And when she finally drops the bat, trembling, eyes glistening with rage and grief, one truth becomes clear: what broke today wasn't the glass. It was her heart, one last time. Across Salem, another battlefield is forming, this one inside the walls of the Kuriakis' mansion. Once, Maggie Horton and Xander shared something resembling family. She believed in him when no one else did. She defended him, forgave him, even welcomed him into Victor's world. But that mercy is gone now. Maggie's voice trembles, not with fear, but with righteous fury. I'm done protecting you, she tells Xander. You've gone too far this time. I'll do whatever it takes to put you behind bars. Xander smirks, the kind of smirk that hides panic behind arrogance. He steps closer, his tone dangerously calm. Careful, Maggie. If I go down, I'm not going alone. She freezes. He says one word, Philip. And suddenly, the power shifts. It's a masterclass in Kuriakis' manipulation. Decades of secrets, debts, and silent crimes all crashing back into the present. Maggie's face hardens, torn between justice and loyalty. Xander knows exactly how far to push. He's cornered, but he's also lethal when desperate. You think you're cleaning the family name, he tells her, but you'll only bury it. The room feels colder after he leaves. Maggie stands alone, realizing the truth Victor always knew. In this family, no one ever wins cleanly. Every victory bleeds. And as she looks up at Victor's portrait, the patriarch whose shadow still rules them all, Maggie whispers, what have we become? Because the Kuriakis' name used to mean power. Now it means survival. And then, Salem's most twisted holiday arrives. Halloween. A night for masks, secrets, and confessions that can't stay buried. Leo Stark, usually the town jester, walks into the dimly lit party looking unusually tense. His humor feels forced, his smile hollow. Because tonight, he's hiding something, and someone. When he spots Aaron Green across the room, time seems to stop. Their last encounter ended in awkward silence. This one will end in truth. Aaron, Leo says carefully, there's something you deserve to know. Aaron looks confused, even wary. But Leo continues, voice trembling just enough to feel real. Tate Black isn't Tessero's father, you might be. The world tilts. Aaron stares at him, shock, denial, then fear flickering across his face. For months, Sophia Choi told him the baby wasn't his. He believed her. He wanted to believe her. But deep down, something never felt right. Now, all those doubts come roaring back. The sleepless nights. The questions. The memories. Maybe he's mine, Aaron whispers, half hope, half nightmare. It's the kind of revelation that doesn't just change lives, it detonates them. Because once the truth of Tessero's paternity surfaces, it won't stop with Aaron. Sophia's web of lies, the adoption, the deception, the false DNA results, will unravel, strand by strand. And Leo? He knows what comes next. In Salem, secrets don't stay buried. They crawl back, dressed like ghosts, and haunt everyone who tried to hide them. Halloween may bring candy and costumes for some. But for Sophia, it's bringing Judgment Day. While the rest of Salem spirals into chaos, one of its most respected men faces a storm that no badge or title can protect him from, the kind that starts at home. Abe Carver, a man who's built his life on integrity and truth, finds himself standing in silence across from his son, Theo. The air between them feels thick, not with anger, but with years of unspoken disappointment. Abe demands honesty. Why didn't you tell me, Theo? Theo's eyes lower, his voice small but steady. Because, Dad, you're not easy to talk to anymore. Just 10 words. But they hit harder than any betrayal. Abe's strength falters. For a moment, the proud mayor becomes just a father, realizing he's lost touch with the very person he fought hardest to protect. And then comes Liam Sellico. Once Theo's tormentor, now part of Abe's literacy program. When Abe agrees to mentor him, he sees it as redemption. But Theo sees only pain, the past reopening like a scar that never healed. What follows isn't just conflict, it's reflection. Abe must confront whether he's helping a lost young man, or betraying his own son's trust all over again. In a week filled with crime and deception, this story stands out, raw, human, and heartbreakingly real. Because sometimes, the hardest secrets aren't whispered in dark hallways. They're the ones we keep from the people we love most. And then, as night falls over Salem, the DiMera mansion goes eerily silent. A single phone call cuts through the darkness. Anna DiMera's voice trembles on the other end. EJ, Tony's gone. Those words echo through the empty halls like a curse. EJ's calm, calculated mask begins to crack. His mind races. Tony doesn't just disappear. Not without reason. Not in this family. He retraces the last few days, every call, every deal, every unexplained movement. And the deeper he looks, the stranger it gets. Rumors whisper of a secret laboratory, one buried deep beneath the city, funded by names erased from history. And there's talk of experiments. Of resurrection. Of science twisting itself into something almost supernatural. The name Stefano keeps surfacing, not as a memory, but as a presence. The Phoenix. The patriarch. The monster and the myth. Could someone be trying to bring him back? Or worse, could Stefano's consciousness already be living inside another body, maybe even Tony's? But what if it isn't Tony at all? What if Andre, long presumed dead, has returned, masquerading as his twin to continue their father's work? For EJ, the possibilities are endless and horrifying. Because if Stefano's shadow still moves among them, then every DiMera, himself included, is nothing more than a pawn in a game that never ends. And in Salem, when the phoenix rises, it never rises quietly. It rises in fire, in betrayal, and in blood. So, after everything we've seen, the rage, the revelations, the resurrection whispers, one question remains. What kind of town is Salem becoming? Sarah's rage room breakdown wasn't just a moment of catharsis, it was the birth of a new version of her. One no longer ruled by heartbreak, but by vengeance. Maggie and Xander's confrontation has cracked open the Kuriaki's dynasty, exposing that even love, in this family, comes wrapped in blackmail. Sophia's web of lies is collapsing fast, with the truth about Tessero's father threatening to shatter everything she's built. And as Halloween looms, Leo's confession might be the match that lights the fuse. But it's the DiMeras who once again steal the spotlight. A missing brother. A secret lab. A whisper from beyond the grave. It's not just another plot twist, it's the beginning of a war between the living and the legacy of the dead. Because in days of our lives, love turns to obsession, power turns to madness, and death never really means goodbye. So brace yourselves, Days fans, because this week, the Phoenix may rise again. And when he does, Salem will never be the